Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another week. Can't believe we are now in week 4 of our remote learning, and you're doing such a good job. We are all really impressed with you, so keep up the good work. We know it's very tricky times, especially now. Some of you are celebrating Ramadan, so I hope you've had a really good weekend, start to the celebration with your families, and you're remaining connected with people via technology. I know that's what we're relying on. That's one of the advantages of the lockdown. So I'm going to do a quick assembly this morning, which is about the pros and cons of the way we're working at the moment. There's lots to think about, some of those hidden things you might not have spoken or really considered. So I'm going to flip my screen in a second and go through some of those things with you. So good morning, everyone. Imagine lining up, coming into the hall, sitting down, waiting for assembly. Imagine some very soothing music to relax us all while we're waiting for everybody to assemble. So here we are. This is an assembly from my office, and the theme is, what are the pros and cons of working remotely? We'll start with the negatives first, of course. So one of the things that teachers always think about is that after the summer holidays, our brains start to forget things. It's the same for children, same for adults. You know that I've joked before when I say that I sit at my computer at the beginning of September, racking my brain, trying to remember all my logins for all the various different things that I've got to do as a head teacher. That's the same for you. When you're not in school, rehearsing things day to day, you'll forget things. And that's one of the things that we're really worried about while school is closed. So far, we think we're doing great because we've set up a really clear structure and system for you to learn at home, and you're all pretty much doing an amazing job. And that's tricky when there's mums and dads and family members all working as well, and if you've got brothers and sisters all working at home, that can be really tricky. So big well done to you guys, because you're doing a great job. One of the other negative things is that we're all now dependent on computers and iPads and devices, and that's great if you all have one, but if there are lots of people in the house needing them to use them, that is tricky. Again, we're all very conscious of the fact that we all spend too much time on phones and screens and playing games and watching TV. So do we need any more screen time? Is that, a good thing for us? That's one of the reasons why we have decided to put in a weekly wellbeing slot. So there are activities and learning, which is not about screen. Further to this, working in isolation is not always good. We rely on each other to get on and make progress and learn. I know that if I'm not sure of something that somebody said in a meeting, then I look around the room to see the facial expressions of people around me to know okay, did I understand it in the same way that they did, or if I need them to affirm or confirm things that they've said. So that's the same for you. You rely on each other and you help each other learn by looking at each other. It's nice for me that I get to come into school still and see all the staff and see some of the children. I would not like to just be at home not seeing all the people that I care about. And your parents and carers, magnificent though they are not teachers. We have trained to do this job, and we're really good at being teachers, and parents are now having experience of doing that themselves. So well done you, grown-ups, for working and learning to be teachers. But also, you are also working at home if you have jobs, or you might be busy looking after little ones that take up your time. So that's not always possible for you to be the best teachers that you can. And finally, you might not have enough suitable space to do your online working. You might be sharing some desk space or computer space with brothers and sisters. There might not be enough space in your home to have a nice working area. They're the negatives, but there are loads and loads of positives. We know that screen time can be beneficial because it gives us information. I know I've been trying over the last couple of months, if I'm trying to remember something, not to just jump onto Google and ask that question and find out, but trying to get my memory to recall that fact that I know. But I know that if I don't know something, I can easily go online and find it and do some learning. We know that everybody at the moment is learning at the same pace. We're all doing this together. And that's tricky for teachers because they're giving out your learning and they're not able to see how you're doing individually, but we're all getting that same information. I think that's really important. Again, it's lucky if you're at home with your family. It's giving you quality time together. Oh, I've just noticed a typo there, sorry guys. And this might not be possible during normal busy working moments. So if you're at home with your mum and dad, you're really, really lucky. I am making do with giving my mum and dad a Zoom call every day so I can see them and they get to see me. And finally, it's really, really good that you get the opportunity to go over previously learned concepts, revising some old stuff that your teachers have taught you, rather than moving on too quickly. So that's going to help us in the long run because it's going to help reinforce the things that we find tricky. By the time school opens, we'll have really cracked all the things that we might have had gaps with. My top tip here, I thought I would share. When I was a class teacher, I had lots of children who found it difficult, who didn't like reading actually. And one of the things that I said to parents was, yeah, that's fine. Let them watch television, that's no problem at all, but put the subtitles on. And if you're not sure what subtitles are, there's a button on your handset where you can put what the people are saying on screen on your screen. And that you have to then read what's happening. So if you're an EastEnders fan, turn off the sound, put the subtitles on and read what is happening. Okay, and finally, what we've noticed so far, we've noticed that not all of our children and families have devices, so that's something that we've tried to help you with by giving out our Chromebooks. And the head teachers are all talking to Camden and the government to see what we can do about providing multiple devices when there is only one in a household. We've noticed that the structure and routine is really good for you, but it's also for you to have some flexibility and your family to decide when you do things, etc. We know what you need, so we know you really, really well, and that means that we're able to think about what you need and what you can do at home. We know that calling your families and calling you has been great, and we're here if you want to talk to us. You know that there's the online worry box facility as well, and we've had a couple of things where Mandy and Sarah and I and Liz and Murray and some of the class teachers have called you back. We know that you're doing some amazing things, so well done guys. There's plenty of opportunities for success, and I'm loving seeing all the things that your teachers are sending me for the newsletter on a Friday. And remember, there's loads for you to do on Google Classroom throughout the school day, especially the morning, so have a great learning. So that's this week's thoughts. I hope you have a really great start to the week, and I'm trying to think of a song for a bit of fun later in this week. So if you've got any requests, guys, let me know. Have a good one.